Hello, scrappers. Hope everybody's doing good today. Here in Oklahoma, we've been getting down in the 30s, upper 20s, stuff like that overnight. But like right now, it's almost 60 degrees out here in the shop. Really nice. I got a couple of these fans that I had out there. Thought, well, I'll get them in and tear them down so I get to the copper and get some aluminum blades on it, it looks like. And let's see, what was it, a week ago, week and a half, had some rain coming in, so I wanted to clean this one area out. Of course, these fans are in a different area, but I wanted to move a couple barrels that I had insulated wire in out of this area. So I thought where these were in a big fan would be an ideal spot to put those two barrels. So that's what I did. Moved them out of the way and I brought a bunch of stuff in. I got a couple lawnmower motors down here and quite a bit of stuff that I drug in. Get a rainy day, so I bring in about 4 or 5 days worth of work. And then I think I spent the day stripping wire. It was fairly cold that day, but I'd come out and strip wire for a little bit, go in and have a couple cups of coffee, come back out, strip a little more, and go back in, have a couple more cups of coffee. Wet, cold, rainy days, good days for drinking coffee. I'm retired now, so I don't have to get in no big hurry and push it. Let's see what we got. I've got 2 of these fans, so I'll get this one tore down and then I'll know what tools I need for the next one. So looks like a little bitty Allen wrench I need. So I'll grab my Allens. I need to get a good set of L-Allens. There's some places that I just can't get into with these long T-handles. That one almost fits, so I'm wondering if it's maybe metric. The nice thing about that set is metric and standard. Yep, it's metric. And I'm just going to pull that screw all the way out. Of course, my spray bottle's not spraying that I have my breakaway in. Need to get a little bitty squirt bottle or something. I know I've been doing a lot of reviews here lately. A lot of it's Beam Nova's fault. No, not really, it's my fault. Beam Nova reached out to me to do a review on that wire stripper. And then I looked around the channel and I saw the can crusher and saw this hoist, and I said, I could do reviews on those too. So they sent them out to me. So I was able to do a couple more reviews. The bandana boots, which I've got them on right now. I've been wearing them out here pretty much every day. As you can see there, I got bandanas on. They are comfortable. And they mainly have safety stuff, safety shoes, tennis shoes. I'm going to set this down in my tote down here. I need to get that tote. So what I probably need to do the next day it gets cold and or rainy out here is just get out here and do that blue tote right there. There's a vacuum cleaner motor there, and who knows, I don't know what all's in that thing. There's a lot of stuff. I need to get a new tripod. Or spray that one down with silicone. But so that was the story behind the Andana stuff, and they said we could probably do one item a month or something if we wanted to. So I know they've got some cut resistant gloves, they've got some basic work gloves, you know, they've got the cloth with the rubber palms and stuff. They've got some leather ones, welder's gloves. So they got some good stuff. And it's smaller than 7/16. Since that Allen was metric, I'll get my little metric set out here. I've had this little Craftsman set. I've had it a long time. Yeah, let's try 9mm. It's nope, probably 10. Yep. Usually if it's a little smaller than 7/16, it's probably a 10. And to make it easy, I put my adapter on here. It'll go in. Speed it up a little. A lot of you guys probably don't care much for the reviews unless it's something that you can really use. But I try to look over what they have and make sure it's kind of relevant to scrapping, safety or whatever. I got a couple more reviews coming up. I got one of the items here, but I thought, well, I need to get a teardown video in here before I do another review. Okay, wire cutters. And then I got approached by another company that sells shoes, and they got an Amazon page, and of course, now some of their shoes are work boots, work shoes, and some of them are geared towards, some of the shoes are geared towards people that have foot problems. It's, I told them to send me since I'm diabetic, I told them to send me a pair of these diabetic shoes, and I kind of do a review on them. I think they're supposed to be here in about 4 days. Today's Monday. So it'll probably be Tuesday night when I upload this, so it'll probably be Wednesday when you guys see it, the day before Thanksgiving. For those of you that are in the US. I'm wondering why that piece won't pop off of there, unless it has something to do with that right there. I got a few deep sockets in this set. Looks like it's an 8. I think I got like a 7, 8, 9, and a 10 on the deep sockets. For me, the reviews are kind of helping me out, because since I didn't really bring a lot of stuff, the ads are running slow this year, and I didn't get out doing any street scrapping. So there we go. So I've been kind of wondering, what am I going to do? You know, for videos, since I really didn't bring in a whole lot of scrap. Of course, I still got some down in the field. I got, you know, a lot of stuff to cut up out here, but I don't know if that'll make much of a video or not. And I don't want to do a melting video every twice a week. I might do one once a week, do a melting video, then do a review, and maybe another melting video, and then a teardown video, and kind of break it up. I'm going to go ahead while I got the tools and pull this out, break this motor down somewhat. I'm not going to take it completely down. Like yesterday I didn't do a video, but I did melted about 30 pounds of copper. And I modified the double forge just a little bit. So that's pretty well tearing this little motor down. I'm kind of looking at different, I don't know if that's too much light saturation up there. Let me shut that light off there. I got light coming in from the other room too that's throwing a lot of light in here. There we go. Maybe, yeah, get over here where I can block the light. Maybe that looks a little better. Not a lot of copper, but hey, it all adds up, right? So we'll set that aside. Got a little bit of wire there. Okay, before I do this next one, which I've got it right here, and like I say, it's identical. This one didn't have a bent up fan blade. And I tested them both out. So I thought, well, maybe that one with that bent fan blade, maybe it works. It was just they threw it away because of the bent blade, but it didn't work. Because I was thinking I could take the blade off of this, put it on there, and have a good fan. Which, when I was bringing the stuff in, I took the stands off of there where it would take up less space. But I'll take you out real quick before I do the next tear down here, and we'll just walk out this door. See what I did to the double forge? I added a little handle onto it because that thing's hot when you open it like this. I mean, you're right, face is just a couple feet from it, you know, and a lot of heat. So now I can stand back here and open it, and it gets me, you know, another foot and a half away. And I think melting video before last, I think I mentioned something about bottles freezing on me. Someone mentioned to put them in a tank of water or something. That might help. So I found that little pan there. I'll try it, but I'll probably have to go down and get a 55-gallon plastic barrel and cut about a foot high, and then that way that be able to put a lot more water volume. But what I've been doing when it starts freezing up and the pressure will drop and I can't get it up there. But about the second, usually I run it between the first and second line about halfway, and then I'll run it up to the second line, you know, for about 5 minutes before I pull it out to pour. And what'll happen, it'll start dropping off where it's goes down to about the first line, and I can crank this up and it doesn't get any higher. So then what I do, I just shut it off, since everything in the furnace is red hot. I'll just shut it off, close the tank, flip it over to the next tank, clamp it down, turn it on, and it, you know, since everything's still red hot in there, it just self-ignites. I had to run up to the city today, so when I got back, it was probably 3 o'clock. excuse me. It was probably about 3 o'clock. So I thought, well, I don't really have time to do a melting video. It'll be dark in about 2 hours, 2.5. So I thought I'll just wait till Tuesday, tomorrow. I got a little running to do in the morning, but I'll have the afternoon. I might go ahead and try to use this mold here. See, these here have tapered sides, so they fall out real easy. But this one's got vertical sides, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I thought, well, I'll give it a try. I did that on aluminum and wouldn't come out and busted it up. This one's pretty nicked up. I'm banging on it to try to get the aluminum out, so I'm hoping it'll work better with copper. So I'm thinking once that cools off, it should condense a little bit, shrink in. I'll take you in and I'll show you a lot of the ingots. I haven't cleaned them up yet. Usually about all I do right for cleaning them up, I just take them to the wire wheel, which I got a brass wire brush on there. Still quite a bit left on it, and it does a pretty good job. The switch went out on this last week, so I was tearing an old flux core welder apart, and it had these switches on it. So I had to lengthen the hole just a little bit to get it in here on this little plate to get it to snap in there, but hey, it works. So I fixed that, but I got some aluminum there, and these are just pretty much well what I did. About 28 ingots here, something like that. About a pound a piece. And I've been mainly getting the ones for the guy at the heat and air. And I think I got about 47 pounds in here right now in this little box. So, what's that box? About a 7-inch by 7-inch box. They fit in there about perfect. So I think when I do the aluminum ones for stacking to sell on eBay, I think that's the same box I'm going to use. Now, the ones I've been doing was these with the aluminum small ingots for sand casting or stacking. I've been putting in this medium flat rate box, and it's been working really good. Now, I may have to check and find out, because this is just a priority mail. It's not flat rate, so I'll have to find out what the shipping will be on that, or see if they've got a flat rate box that with these dimensions. But since this is just going to the heat and air guy, and he's just 5 miles up the road, but I weighed that right now 47 pounds, and I can still go maybe 2 more ingots higher, so might get about 58, 60 pounds. But that's about what I got going there. These come out a little different kind of in color compared to these others. One thing I think I want to show you, I'll grab one out of here for an example for the color. Because I had some, I did one batch yesterday. I must have had some aluminum wire in the batch. I'll set that one right. I don't know if that's too much glare from that light. But there's the one I did. Big difference in color. I thought that almost looks like gold compared to that, or brass. Well, it kind of looks kind of brassy. It's not light, though. See, now It's a little bit thicker than the other ingot. Zero that out. Okay, the copper ingot weighs 1 pound, 0.9 ounces. And now this one, see, it weighs 1 pound, 4 ounces, 4.8 ounces. So, which, like I said, it's a little thicker. So it's pretty much just as heavy as copper. But yeah, I thought that's kind of interesting. So I might hang on to those for a while. I don't know. I may put them on eBay. But yeah, I'll take that back in there here in a little bit. Yeah, I hope I haven't been boring you guys with the reviews. I think a few people, some of the people aren't watching the videos because they know it's just a review. So it affects the views a little bit. But like I said, I try to keep it relevant to what we do. And keeping our feet safe is really pretty important. If we don't keep our feet safe, we're not going to get a lot done. Loading the truck and trailer, we're walking back and forth a lot. So we're on our feet constantly. So our feet are very important. Keep them safe. And there's a lot of foot disorders. So I thought this other company would have these specialized shoes and work boots. They're good for neuropathy or whatever, diabetes. I'm diabetic, so they have a kind of wider toe area, so your toes aren't scrunched in. I'm 1/8 American Indian too, and in one of the diabetes classes I went to, they were talking about how Indians have a narrow heel and a wide ball of the foot. And I guess there's an Indian that developed a shoe through Nike, and which after I completed the class I got a pair, and they were comfortable. I wore them out pretty quick. I didn't even have to use a pry bar on that one. And what I do on these, if you're new to the channel and haven't seen it, I usually take an air chisel and just chisel off the curled over part of the rivet, and then if the blade doesn't just fall off, I'll get it between the metal and the aluminum with the chisel and separate it that way. Okay, I got a Phillips screw right here. Sometimes running this little impact or power drill or whatever works pretty good, but sometimes if you get a difficult screw, it's so easy to strip them. Yeah, let me cut these off. I was thinking about pulling the screws on the other side, and I thought, well, The wires probably hold it all together. Yeah, normally I probably would have ended this with just doing the single one and showing the copper and stuff, but we got some people, they like long videos, so this has been lengthened for you guys. Everybody else probably ducked out after I did finish the first one, but that's fine. Sometimes I don't mind long videos, but if I'm trying to do research and stuff, you know, I want to find out what I want to find out, and then, you know, move on to the next one. So. There's that one. The only thing left is, I think that one. I think I did this one the right way. The first one I did it the hard way. Hey, I hope everybody enjoyed this little video. I'm not sure if these things are big enough, but I'm thinking, would that fit over a 55-gallon barrel? If I was using it for a burn barrel, use it for kind of a screen to keep the stuff from blowing out, the bigger stuff anyway. So I thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends if you got anybody that want to watch something like this. And some people just don't understand, do they? They can't figure out why people would spend so much time tearing something apart for a little bit of money. Sometimes it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's just keeping the hands and the mind busy. You know, a lot of hobbies are very expensive. I'm kind of looking around for another camera that I could put an external mic on it for doing videos outside where I don't get that wind noise. And man, I'm seeing some of these cameras $6,000, and some of the lenses up there too. I thought, okay, a little rich for my blood, but there's a couple I'm looking at. Of course, right now I got a few financial obligations coming up. Got to come up. Well, don't have to come up with it. I already got it in savings. That's $700 for the insurance on the trucks, on all 3 trucks. Got a full coverage on the 1-ton, since I'm still making payments. And then shortly after that, got taxes on the property. So, and then once we get that behind us, then my wife wants to go in for cataract surgery. So sometime after the cataract surgery, then I'll be able to maybe get me a different camera for doing the videos. Plus I want something like this camcorder. It works pretty decent for what I'm doing, but you get that wind noise outside, and then the photo button is kind of in an awkward place. So I was just thinking maybe something like a regular camera that did videos too would be a little more ideal. But I was looking at an older Nikon, but they say the autofocus on that thing makes a lot of noise. You know, have that shotgun mic on it, so yeah, that would make. Of course, I could probably edit out the section where I'm focusing in, or if I'm zooming out to something. But saw a video this morning on a Canon 70D or something like, or D70, and that's looking pretty promising. But it's like about the $400 range, where the other camera was $250, $300. But we'll see when time gets here. So hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. Like I said, share it with your friends. Remind everybody about my Amazon affiliate link if you need cutting discs or different tools, or you can show your wife what you need for Christmas, since it's just around the corner. And I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, since you'll probably be watching this like the day before or Thanksgiving Day. So don't eat too much, it hurts. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.